We have been hit again by a solar flare, which was even stronger than the previous one. And we're going to be hit over and over again. So what can you do? How can you prepare yourself? How can you protect yourself? What are the things that you can best do so that this has less of an effect on you, will not disrupt your life as it did in the past few weeks, or maybe in the past years, because we have been having several solar flares. Those who know me for a longer time have seen several videos where I talk about solar flares, solar storms, and Schumann Resonance fluctuation. So let's dive into this. But just before that, I would like to share with you something shortly about the sponsor of this video, which may also help you in this process. So today's sponsor is intuitiv.me. You see it written here. Intuitiv.me is not just a platform where you have a lot of tips and tools for free on grounding, relaxation, living healthy, personal development, but also have access to mentoring and coaching. A mentor is somebody who helps you to be held accountable, to stay sharp, who holds a mirror to you and helps you in the process of walking your path towards your goals. Mentoring is generally something for at least half of a year, but often it's for several years. Where coaching is when you have a specific problem that you do not manage to resolve on your own, like a blockage or a reoccurring problem in your life, like all your relationships end after a few months or within a year or two. Every new job you get, after some time you run into the same issues. You do not manage to change a pattern in your life. Then for that, coaching can help you to find the source of the blockage and then resolve it. Heal the wound of a trauma, lift the blockage, release the things that are keeping you in the old place, in the old energy, and help you move forward again in your life. More on that at the end of the video. Now we get back to the main subject of today's video. Like, subscribe, and share. So, solar flares, solar storms, Schumann Resonance fluctuation. What can we do? Well, first of all, we are in a phase where this is gonna reoccur a lot. Weaker ones, stronger ones. As far as I know, we will not experience a large solar flare directed straight at us. This does not mean that all the activity of the sun will not affect us. It has been affecting us throughout time. But a few things you need to take in consideration here. There is the physical aspect, where the sun goes through a cycle. Some say it's an 11-year cycle, but now there are also more and more scientists talking about a 22-year cycle. And we have entered a phase of growth, of extended or more intense solar activity. And for those who are into Schumann resonance, which is the frequency at which the Earth vibrates, this is also being affected by the solar activity. Because frequency is the way things vibrate. And vibration is about energy. And when there is a lot of energy coming from the sun, particles get more excited, so they vibrate faster, so the frequency goes up. And like I said in the previous video and in other videos before that, in 2012 we crossed a barrier in space and we entered a new zone in space, not just us but the whole solar system, where the frequency is higher. And of course, this will affect the sun. And the sun will affect us. And there are two things to take in consideration here, which are, there is the physical effect, and there is the other one, the spiritual, meaning the spiritual journey we are in. Many have said that we are spiritual beings who are having a human experience. So this is something I recommend you to accept. If your goal is to be in spirit, then you are ignoring the main reason why you're here. Because if your soul wanted to be just a floating soul somewhere in space, he would not have come into this body that you are in today. It was a choice that you, your personality, your ego is not very happy with that, or that maybe even your soul is like, oh, this is really tough. I chose to play this game, but it's heavier than I thought. It does not mean that you can just escape. Okay, you can commit suicide, you can die. But that's not part of the game. It's like even when you play a board game or a game of chess, for example, against someone, and that opponent is much better at it than you thought. Or you never played chess before and you think, I know what the pieces do and I'm good at strategic thinking. And then, this is really difficult. Or if you're a computer gamer and you start this new game and you think, I can do it, I have so much experience, and then you get punched. Well, we can surrender or we can keep going. And the big difference between a winner and a loser is that the winner gets up after he falls, and the loser is the one who falls and stays down. So which one are you? Assuming that you are a winner, that you are determined to keep growing in life, to move forward, then you will get up again. And that's why you're watching this video. And you want to learn something, because you don't want to go back to spirit already. You don't want to die. You want to live. You want to actually enjoy life to the full extent of it. Use all the opportunities that are coming on your path. And your growth today, these experiences that are happening, are all opportunities for you to evolve. So, in order for you to get through this phase, which will take several years, yes, it will take several years before the sun will slow down again, before things will slow down. And before that, it will get more intense. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because this is what I feel. This is what other people who are also sensitive have been sharing. This is nothing new. This has been predicted years ago, maybe even a decade or two ago already. So what to do? I did get sick from the previous big flare. Why? Well, I ignored my own recommendations. And so I could say, I was so stupid. No, this was an experience. It was not a mistake, it was an experience. It was a reminder of the importance of taking good care of myself, of sleeping enough, resting enough, which can be different from just sleeping, being enough in motion, which can be exercising, walking, swimming, whatever, feeding myself in the right way. For example, I do intermittent fasting, and since I started doing that several years ago, I have more energy. I also lost weight. I can wear my favorite pants again. And also feeding myself properly, energetically, mentally, emotionally. So when it comes to food, you can find on my website things about under tips and tools, living healthy. You will find things about food. Some experts who share what certain foods can do for you or against you. There is at least one page with some superfoods, some herbs and other things that have a lot of certain minerals and vitamins that we need. If you want to know more about intermittent fasting, it's also there. I've recorded videos about it, I believe. Then there is your mental and emotional health. So that starts with enough sleep, which is literally sleeping, but also enough rest. So for example, if your job is to be focused on a computer screen most of the day, then resting is being off screen, not on your mobile, not on a TV, not on your laptop or computer screen. It's looking at a longer distance. It's important for your eyes to also rest your eyes. Not having the blue light attacking you. So if you still want to do something in the evening, you can reduce the blue light on your screen, and there are these special things, special apps that you can find there for free that make it more reddish. There is, of course, meditating. When you meditate in whatever form or shape, and I have different kinds of meditations on my website, also under tips and tools and then relaxation, and you can get access for free. You just click, you put your email address, and then you get the page where you have the different meditations, also what kind of position you could sit or lay, how to breathe. And it's not about doing it exactly as I say, but there are tools that can help you, and you need to feel what works for you. And the guided meditations, they're for different aspects in your life, and you can choose which one you want to listen to and which one helps you. Then there is staying in motion, exercising. So for example, big part of my work is being at a computer screen. So me going daily, which I don't do, but I try to go daily for a walk to the park, which means my eyes have free rein. They can focus or defocus and just look into the longer distance. I breathe fresh air, but I also move by walking. And when you move and your arms are also moving, then your blood circulation improves, which helps with the filtering. Of course, I always take water with me, not a glass, but a bottle, and stay hydrated, because the filtering of the blood needs water. If you feel that you're dehydrated because it's winter, you have central heating on, or other reasons, make sure you also consume salt. Salt will help retain the water, absorb it, and help you rehydrate. Yes, you may get thirsty from it, but that also means that you will be drinking water and then your body will take it, or some other kinds of electrolytes. Coffee and tea do dehydrate. Alcohol, it's no go anyway. Sweet drinks, no. It's water or very natural kinds of tea. I'm not talking about green or black tea, but I'm talking about certain herbs you put in water, or roses, or seeds. Also, what you focus on, so that's the mental and the emotional aspect, is the kind of people you interact with and the kind of things you focus on. So I do not watch the news. And if I get some news articles sent to me by a friend, they can sometimes get me out of balance, because I may get upset or annoyed about certain things that are happening in the world. And that's when I forget that I need to zoom out and just see the bigger picture, and that's just part of evolution of humanity. I choose not to do certain things in my life, but some other people still are running on the treadmill like a hamster or a mouse. And even a hamster and a mouse will at a certain moment realize he can get out of it. I'm not talking about the one who does it just to stay in shape, but those who actually are caught up in it, caught up in the drama. So because I put boundaries for myself, I have almost no people in my life who are trying to cross my boundaries, who are annoying me, who come with stupidities on my path. I have people who actually hold mirrors to me, people who encourage me, who motivate me. I have my mentors, and when needed also my coach or coaches, who help me deal with blockages I'm running into myself, and also to walk my path towards my goals. So all of this, doing all these things, helps us stay balanced. And when we are balanced and well rested, a solar flare or a Schumann Resonance fluctuation will have much less of an effect on us. A few weeks ago it hit me hard and I got really sick. I realized this, so I started changing certain things. And so when the last one hit, I only had headache for a few hours. But a friend of mine a few weeks ago, when the previous one hit, could not get out of bed for 24 hours with a migraine. And these things affect us all in different ways. So just look at how you have been affected in the past few weeks, in the past few days, when you saw that there was a big change in how you were feeling, and how your emotional state was, your physical state was. And then look at what can you improve from the different aspects that I named, so that you will not have these, but you're more stable. There are people who cannot stand stable in a train or in a bus or on a boat. And maybe the first time you get on one of them, you're like, oh, you need to hold on everywhere. But then after some time, you just need to hold with one hand or even without, because you found your balance and you learned how to stay balanced. And that's basically what all these tools and tips that I just gave can help you do. Please feel free to ask questions if you have them. In the description of the video, on YouTube that is, I will put some links, but most of it you can find already on my website. Under tips and tools, you can find more information about solar activity and Schumann resonance. And I have some examples there, and then there are also links you can click to get to specialized websites who talk only about this. That is why I have the section of tips and tools, is to help you, and myself of course, because part of it is created by me, but part of it is also what I found and collected and put there because I found it to be helpful. So use these things. They're available for free. And if You got inspired or triggered by the idea of maybe having a mentor or taking a coach to help you with a specific problem, because I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, then also have a look on my website. Under services on the homepage, you see already the different options. And feel free to contact me to have a talk. A talk where you just tell me what it is that you're looking for, and then we'll see if we resonate and if I feel that I can coach you or mentor you, or even both, depending on what your needs are. And as I've often stated, asking for help is the smart thing to do. Is you being smart and you valuing yourself. Because I believe you're worth it to improve the quality of your life, to lead a better life, to be happy, to be joyful, to be free, to be successful. Did you know that most people who are successful in their careers, their personal lives, their relationships, or are generally happy, all have one thing in common? They do have a mentor. At least one for a certain area of their lives. But sometimes the very successful people have even two mentors, who each of them is helping them with one certain aspect of their lives. And on top of this, when needed, they also hire a coach. A mentor, you may ask? What is that? What does he do? Well, a mentor is someone that you have a relationship with for an extended period of time, months and often years. Your mentor will keep you sharp, will hold you accountable, is your sparring partner. Your mentor helps you evaluate where you stand, help you evaluate your progress towards the goals that you have set, together with him or that you already had set before hiring him. A mentor is not going to help you solve your problems. A mentor is there to help you grow, to help you evolve. And he's going to be sharing his personal experiences with you. He's more of a teacher than a coach or a problem solver. A mentor often has more experience than you in the area of your life for which you're hiring him. And when you are running into a certain kind of problems and that keep reoccurring in your life, like not managing to stay in a committed relationship for a longer period of time, or having trouble changing something fundamentally in your life, like every time having the same kind of problems when you get a new job, after some time you have the same issues coming back, or you're unable to reach a certain goal in your life because something is holding you back. That is when you ask for coaching. A coach will help you to find what is blocking you. An example is having had an experience in your past that you somehow didn't realize that you had it, or you didn't realize the impact it's having, can block you. The fear of somebody leaving you, so you leave them before they can leave you. Not being able to fully connect with someone. Not being able to have a healthy sex life. These things can be caused by somebody leaving you in your youth, when you were young, by a sexual trauma, which can be an experience that you may not have realized at the time that it was really bad and blocked something inside you, or something else. But these things, a coach can help you to discover them and lift the blockage, heal the wounds, so that you are free to move again, free to evolve, to grow, to have that relationship, to be able to commit, to open your heart for someone, or to learn what is keeping you from standing up for yourself, from having respect for yourself, so that others stop crossing your boundaries and start to have respect for you as well. So there are different services that I do offer. So just check the link in the description. And already on the homepage you see the different services that I'm offering. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video or in person. And for now, I wish you a wonderful day. Take good care of yourself and enjoy the process. Like, subscribe, and share.